Hello once again. Hey, it's Dan here in Virginia. It's another nasty day in Virginia. It's going to get worse tonight, but it's a good time to spend in the shop. I thought I'd give you an update on the Radical 600 build. As you can see before you, I have the fuselage completed, and I decided to go with a blue covering. It's I don't know what color it is. I just bought rolls of this covering probably a couple years ago. So this is pretty easy to cover if you're an experienced coverer, which I am not. I've patched a lot of things like my Ultra Stick 25E, but this is the fuselage. Got her covered up. I did it in sort of two parts, from the front forward and then right here. And see if you can see that line. You probably can. From here back, got it all covered. Came out pretty tight, nice and taut. Take your time with the heating iron. I didn't really use not the heating iron. I did, yes, an iron. I didn't use the dryer. On the bottom, I got a few wrinkles, but what the heck, you know, it's on the bottom. I found these cool flames on the internet. I bought off of eBay. They're really good. You put them on, they're so nice, but they're a little pricey. I think for these two flames was $8. I mounted the motor. I'm starting to put the gear in. This is the GWS motor. It's a sort of weird size. It's not quite 1,000 kV. It's 998 kV. I've got the Turnigy 40 amp plush ESC down in here, and this will be, you know, this is where the plug-in goes. Down below here, I think I mentioned in my last video, I had to put this wooden plug back in. They said to take it out. Well, that's kind of stupid. That's on that white strip of Velcro. That's where the battery's going to go. Up here on the side, as you can see, this is where the receiver's going to go. And I make an excellent spot right here in the center of the plane. As close as you can get the center of gravity. I'll put the Hobby Eagle A3L gyro. And then right here and right here, I'll be mounting the servos. So that's the fuselage. I've also got the horizontal stabilizer. This took a long time. The color of the plane is just going. The wing is going to be white like this. I'm doing the weights, holding off on the wing. Going to cover it last. So it'll be the most difficult. But this will be the tail section. It will look like this. And I like this translucent red. So I spent most of the day yesterday working on this. This takes very precise. I don't know if you can see right in here, if you can see those hinges or not. These are Dubro pinned hinges. These are real hinges, just like you'd find on a door of your house. This isn't tape or anything like that. It's not foam. They're for real hinges. So they work just really great, but you got to get them measured. And the way you put them in is you have to have this special kit over here from Dubro. This thing right here, you have to have this hinge slaughter kit. Comes with different size little tools. This is their medium hinge. So you figure out where mark the hinge, and then you put this thing in that piece of wood and you wiggle it, and then you take this pick kind of a thing, you get down in that slot and you pick it out, and you can see I hope you can see this right here. This is the hinges that I'm using. Right here, this is their medium-sized hinge. You can see this slot cutter is just as wide as the hinge, no wider. But after you dig it out, then you take this and you dig in, and you have to measure, mark, and be very precise. It's a lot of work. Each one of these hinges, like this thing here, I don't know, this probably took me a couple hours. And then you glue them in one side. So I used epoxy. You don't want to use CA because it'll dry so fast you'll never get it together. You have to use epoxy, and even that, like a 10-minute epoxy. You put it in one side, and then you got to put this on a flat surface and try to line these all up, all 6 of these hinges, and get them all lined up and push it together. Believe me, it's a real trick. You need I don't know what you need, about 3 hands to do it. And so I think it's going to be pretty good looking airplane. I'm sort of thinking of a name for it for some reason, but I'm thinking with the flames on the side and the blue, I might just call it the Flaming Blue Goose. Flaming Blue Goose, I think will be its name. I don't know why I want to name it, but the rest of my airplanes I just call them by their model number, but this is a Radical 600 kit, but I think I'm going to call it the Flaming Blue Goose. Today I've spent covering these. These are the ailerons. These will go on the trailing edge of the wing, and I've just got them marked now so I won't get confused when I put them back on. Each one is precisely cut. Down in the edge of this thing are 6 slots for those little hinges I talked about, and I decided a little different on that. I covered it all, and then I put all the covering on, then I cut down through the slot with a tool. This, I'm trying a little different. I decided I cut down through the wood with the tool first, make the slot, put the covering on, and then I'll just take a razor blade and a craft knife and slit where each thing goes. I've got them, each one is a little bit different. You could get them mixed up, but this is the right side top, and this one is the left side top. It'll go like this on the aircraft. This is, I just like to mark them so I don't get confused. This is just Sharpie permanent marker, except it works great. It's not permanent. If you use alcohol, this comes right off this covering. So you can mark your parts and keep track. So anyway, I spent most of the day just making these this morning and doing the slots and taking your time cutting this stuff. I'm old and slow, but this thing is tedious, very tedious. So I'm pleased so far with the progress I'm making. I mean, it's a bad month, you can't fly anyway, so I just work a couple hours and my neck gets tired staring down, so I take a break, go back upstairs, have a cup of cocoa or coffee or something, come back down to work another couple hours. So it's keeping me off the streets. So I thought I'd give you an update, and I hope you like it, and I hope you're having safe flying, and out here I'll see you next time. Bye now.